Yeah,
At
it was
ice
a lot.
hockey. So, okay, cool. That's awesome. And Santiago, welcome to class
Hello,
again.
hello again.
Nice. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Nice. Awesome. And so, Santiago, what about you? What did you do today?
Well, this morning I have been um, having a snack with some friends, and after that I went home to have a lunch with my family.
Okay. So this morning I had a snack
I
with my
have
friends.
okay, I have a snack. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Mirza, what
Yeah.
do you like to do for fun? What do you do in your free time?
Free time, actually, I use my laptop and I watch movies and play games like. And sometime I went for outing.
Okay. You go out sometimes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I go out.
What kind of outings do you go out on?
Was some park and with my friends, and sometime I go for watch movie in cinema.
Okay, so sometimes you go to watch movies.
Yeah,
Um, and okay. So Igor, I'm not sure about the lag. It seems like it's okay, at least with Mirza. Roxana, welcome to class. Roxana, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. And yeah, Igor, I think the lag might be you. It seems pretty quick to me right now. Maybe the video's laggy. But hopefully it gets better. Roxana, where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Okay, nice. And what do you
From
like to do in your pardon?
what?
Sorry, you said something else?
Uh, no.
Okay. And so what do you do in your free time? What do you like to do for fun?
um, I like to meet my friends. I just come back from that kind of meeting with my one of my best friend. She's artist, and she was doing some sketches, some outdoor sketch, and we talked, and I was watching to, her how she's drawing and painting.
Nice. Okay. So I watched her draw and paint. Maybe it would sound a little bit better. Um, you could also say I was watching how she was drawing and painting. I guess both would work, but really nice. That sounds like a really enjoyable time. Okay. Um, and good. Let's get started with today's class. And let's start with Igor. Igor, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Okay, traveling the world. Today we will learn travel vocabulary, discuss traveling to different countries, talk about how to use public transportation.
Good. Okay. And let's go ahead and go to the next page. And Igor, can you read the title and ask Mirza the first question?
The first,
Yeah, so read the title up here and then ask the first question.
okay, discuss. Discuss the questions with your classmates. Do you like to travel? Why or why not?
yeah. I like to travel. I would like to travel, and I because why not? Because I like to see some countries and new places. new places, some new, I like to some new place. I like to see some new places.
Okay.
Yeah,
We wouldn't really need some. I like to see new places.
I like to see new places.
Good. And I like to travel, and I would like to travel, remember, are different. So if we say I would like to travel, it implies that you haven't traveled. So it's something that you'd like to do in the future. And if you say I like to travel, it's something that you've done before and that you are aware that you do like it. Does that
Okay.
make sense, the difference between those two?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mirza, can you ask Roxana the second question?
Okay. What is the best place you have traveled to? Why did you like it?
Uh, I think one of my best traveling was on the yacht, and it was in the Baltic Sea. Uh, it was in the open sea, and it was very beautiful, and we visited several countries and several cities. Mm, and it was very beautiful and very interesting. That's why I liked it.
Nice. Really good grammar, too. Okay, yeah. When was that? How long ago was that? Roxana, when was it? When was this trip?
When was it? I think it was about 1 year ago. It
Okay, about a year ago. Cool, that sounds like
summer.
an awesome trip. Sorry, I didn't hear the last thing you said.
It was in the summer. I,
Okay.
I must say in the summer. Yeah, it's right preposition. In the summer.
We we don't need to say any preposition. So it was last summer,
What was
or um, yeah, I went last summer. I went during the summer. Um, yeah, in the summer. It was in the summer. That could work too, for sure. Um, yes, it is. Thank you, Igor. I was I was spell yacht incorrectly. But yeah, that's perfect. Okay, and yeah, Roxana, can you ask Santiago the next question?
Hey, Santiago, what is the worst place you have traveled to? Why didn't you like it?
Well, the worst place where I have been was an spa in Murcia, near to my city, and it was the worst place because there were many old people, and it was a really boring place.
Okay, nice. Um, cool. There's a lot of old people, and it was a really boring place. That was good. We would say close to my city, or you could say near my city.
Uh, near my city. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
so
better.
if we're using the preposition to, we'd say close to, or if there's no preposition, you can say near. Um,
Okay. So I can use both.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
you can use both. Just depends if you use a preposition or not.
But it means more or less the same. If I
Yeah,
say
it,
close
it
to my
means the
city
same
or
thing.
near, okay.
Yeah, yeah, same thing. But perfect. That was really good grammar too. Um,
Thank you.
okay. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions?
No, it's clear.
Okay, good. Let's go on to the next page. And let's start with Santiago. Can you read the title?
Okay. vocabulary. Read the words. Ask about any you don't know.
Good. The only small thing that I saw, vocabulary. Just the intonation, vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Vocabulary.
Good. Vocabulary. Nice.
Vocabulary. Okay.
Okay, good. And let's have Igor. Can you read the first 4 words?
Check in, take off, route or route, hostel, hotel. Sorry.
Nice. That's okay. Hostel and hotel. That sounded good. Really nice job with route or route. Both of them depends on where you are. That was really good. Mirza, can you read the last 4 words?
Okay, sightseeing, suitcase, subway, hitchhike.
Nice. Really good job. Good pronunciation.
Thank you.
And does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Any questions?
Yeah, what is the meaning sightseeing and hitchhike and subway?
Okay. So, sightseeing. Let's start with that. Who can explain what sightseeing means?
It means to go and see the places that are worth watching, worth seeing.
Yeah. So if you're going sightseeing, you're just going around looking at things, really. So you're looking at old famous buildings, anything that's worth seeing in a specific place is sightseeing. Okay. And what about subway? Who can explain what a subway is?
That's the underground rail system.
Yeah.
Nice. Rail system. Perfect. And hitchhiking? What's hitchhiking?
I think it's about lifting your thumb. So when you hold your thumb high to try to attract passing cars to pick you up.
Nice. To try to attract passing cars so that they pick you up. Is good. Yeah, really nice. Okay, and yeah, perfect. Any questions? Any other questions here?
No.
Okay, so yeah, this is a picture too of a hitchhiker on the top. So this man is hitchhiking. But good. And so let's do sentences. Can each of you choose one word? Can you choose a word? And can you write a sentence in the chat box with that word?
It is a task for everybody or just for...
Yeah, for everybody.
Sir, my chat box is not showing.
You don't have a chat box?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want, you can just say it to me at the end. So you can just think about your sentence and you can read it at the end. And sorry, yeah. Cool. And so let's start with Santiago. Santiago, can you read your sentence?
Okay. Our plane will be taking off at 9 p.m.
Nice. That's really good. Our plane will be taking off at 9 p.m. Nice. I wouldn't change anything. You could make it a little bit more simple, so a little bit simpler. How would you make this sentence a little bit simpler?
Our plane is going it's going to take off at 9 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, our plane is going to take off. That's good. Or you could say, will take off. Will be taking off is a little bit more complicated than it has to be, but it works as well. It's good grammar still.
Okay.
And Igor, can you read your sentence?
My plane took off without me.
Perfect. And the next sentence?
You have to check in at the airport before they let you board your airplane.
Nice.
At there. After in.
Check in at the airport before they let you board your airplane. And that's a really good sentence as well. I wouldn't change anything. Roxana, can you read your sentence?
Our plane had to off before we come to airport.
Okay, this is good. We'd want to use the participle of take.
Taken. Oh, I'm sorry, taken.
Yeah.
Had taken. Yes, of course.
Our airplane had taken off before we past tense.
Came.
Yeah, before we came to the airport. Maybe it would sound better to say before we got to the airport. Can you read that sentence one more time, Roxana?
Our airplane had taken off before we came to airport.
Nice. Before we... Pardon?
I have a question here.
Okay.
Would it be before we arrived in the airport or arrived at the airport?
Before we...
Right.
I think we got to the port, we arrived at the airport. Before we arrived at the airport, we'd say.
Yeah, so it's not arrived in the airport.
No, it'd be arrived at the airport, or arrived to the airport. Is somebody's sentence arrives in?
Well, I will arrive in Spain tomorrow morning.
I'll arrive in Spain. That sounds a little bit strange too. We'd say I will arrive in Spain. Yeah, I'll arrive in Spain. I guess that works. I'm not sure why it sounded so odd at first. I'll arrive in Spain. I'll get to Spain. Sounds better to me. Get to Spain. Sounds better than arrive. But yeah, arrive. Yeah, sorry. And Mirza, can you read your sentence?
My plane did not take off so far.
Okay. So far. If we use so far, we'd have to change the rest of the sentence.
Yeah.
So we'd use the present perfect here. How do we change this into the present perfect?
My plane is not take off.
Okay, we'd start with has not.
My plane has not took off.
Participle.
Take off, sorry.
Taken.
Taken.
Yeah.
My plane has not taken off so far.
Yeah, or you could say yet. Would be good.
So far, yeah, or yet.
Good. But my plane did not take off. It works on its own as well, so that's definitely a good one. Okay, and good. Does anybody have any questions here on this page? Okay, so hopefully no questions. Let's go on to the next page. Oh, there we are. Let's start with Igor. Can you read the title and the first sentence?
Fill in the blanks. I got a flat reserve, I think.
Okay, we gotta choose a different word.
Okay, I got a flat, what flat? Flat tire.
Yeah. Good. And Mirza, the next one.
Yeah. This is not the car I reserved online.
Nice. And the next one, Roxana.
Sorry, can I ask a question? Like a flat in British English, it can be like a apartment, so you can say I got a flat reserved.
I reserved a flat. We would say, if we're talking about that, it's I reserved an apartment. We wouldn't say I got a flat reserved. It just would sound really awkward, and yeah, it just wouldn't be. Wouldn't be. Does that make sense?
It makes.
Okay, and so this isn't the car I reserved online. Works as well. Roxana, can you try the next
Yeah.
one?
I locked my keys in my car.
Perfect. And Santiago, what about the next one?
I ran out of gas.
Nice. I ran. Can you repeat ran?
I ran out. Ran out of gas.
Good. Igor, what about the next one?
My car is making a lot of noise.
Okay.
It was
So-
not the right one.
Let's go into this one.
Well, I got into an accident then.
Nice. Good. And David, welcome to class. David, how are you doing?
Hi Joshua, doing well, thank you. And you?
I'm doing well. It's nice to see you again. David, can you try this sentence right here?
Yeah.
David, are you there?
Yeah. My car is making a lot of noise.
Nice. Good job. And the next one, Mirza.
Yeah, my battery is dead.
Good. And the last one, Roxana.
Can you give me a jump start?
Perfect. Really good job. A jump start.
I don't know what does it mean jump start.
Okay. Does anybody know what a jump start is?
It's like a start that jumps you off to something. Like
Sorry.
I don't know, like a thing that helps you start.
Okay. A thing that helps you start.
Also, I think it's jump start. No.
Okay. Thank you.
That's good. It's a little bit more than that. So jump start. Does anybody have any other ideas about a jump start?
It's about getting your accumulator in your car charged again.
Yeah. So it's getting your car battery charged again.
Yeah, but not by regular means, but from another accumulator from another car. Like they get hooked up together, two accumulators.
Yeah. So getting a car battery charged from another car's battery, using jumper cables. Using jumper cables. But good. Does that make a little bit of sense, Roxana?
Yeah, I understand.
You said you're Russian, yeah?
Yeah.
Прикуривать.
Я поняла. Спасибо.
Okay.
Okay, nice guys. Okay, perfect. And does anybody have any questions here on this page? Okay. And let's go here. And let's have Santiago, can you read this paragraph?
Okay, tourism. Talk about the pros and cons of mass tourism and the effects it has or might have on local communities and environment. Use the pictures for example.
Okay, good. And so, David, can you talk about that?
Yeah, Joshua. For example, in some places where are places for tourists, the beaches are so crowded for the local people because a lot of tourists come here in holidays or in vacation, and All the places are very cool, um, and it might be a problem for the local people because maybe they feel like his space is like like his space is interrupted or for other people.
Okay. I didn't quite hear everything you said, especially towards the end.
No, yeah, the last part I said was that the space was like very crowded, very full, and the local people could feel annoying for that.
Okay. Yeah, so local people might be annoyed because the beaches are crowded or full.
Mhm.
Good. Igor, why else? What else? Or what are some other effects?
Well, it's not only about the beaches, but a lot of places can get crowded, like streets, cafes, restaurants, and anything like that. But I think that tourism can be really profitable for the country because tourists tend to spend much more money than locals, and sometimes there are even more tourists in the area than there are locals. That's why it's also an economic boost. But when you're a tourist and you're at the place that you have no real feelings towards, then you can, be a little bit more sluggish, more less careful, and start to uh, leave a lot of garbage, a little the surface. So the sanitary is it's really more pressure on the sanitaries to clean up all of that mess. And of course, the tourists are nosy, and it can really make the locals angry.
Yeah, nice. Really good job. Tourists are noisy, can really make the locals angry. Um, Definitely, they litter more, maybe. I think that's all really good things. Good points. Does anybody have any other points about this? What other like pros and cons of mass tourism? Mirza, Roxana, Santiago.
Um, I think too that mass tourist is a good opportunity to local people to earn money, and it can helps to save some monuments in their place and some sites.
Okay,
Um,
nice. So yeah, tourists serve as a good opportunity for locals to make money. Um, and they, okay, I think that's great. And any other points? Any other?
I think too, it will create more jobs in these places, like
Okay,
more waiters or people or agent travelers. So
travel
I think
agents.
this yeah, travel agents is something positive. I think.
Okay, so yeah, definitely stimulate the economy again, provide more jobs. Good. Okay.
Mhm.
Does anybody have any questions or last comments
I
on this
would like to
post?
add, if I may,
Yeah.
if there are a lot of tourists coming to your area, then there are lots of opportunities to exchange your culture between them.
Yeah. So it's like a good place to exchange culture through tourism.
Yeah.
Nice. Definitely. That's a really good point. And probably
I,
means that people are at least
uh,
a little bit interested in your culture.
uh,
Okay. Any other points?
And it is also good for country. It is good for economy, I think.
Mirza, you're
Yeah,
really breaking up. Are you there, Mirza?
yeah, I said it is good for country. I think it is good for country economy and some country culture.
Okay, a
It is,
country's economy.
yeah, country's economy.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. Really good for the
Yeah.
country's economy. Okay, good. And let's go on to the next page. I'd forgotten about this. Yeah, let's read this. Let's go ahead. And Santiago, can you read the title?
Okay. Exploring Lanai, Hawaii, roads to resorts. New York Times.
Good.
Excerpt.
Yeah, it's an excerpt. And can you read the first sentence? Can you read the first sentence, Santiago?
Okay. Long before Mr. Ellison came on the scene, a devoted sort of traveler has been drawn to Lanai in search of a road and rural Hawaii that once was, before the walls of beach resorts, condominiums, high-end restaurants and beaches crawling with swimmers, surfers, and snorkelers.
Good. Can you repeat snorkelers?
Snorkelers.
Yeah. Okay. And so let's have the next sentence. David, can you read the next? Pardon? Okay, yeah, David, can you read the next sentence? David, are you there? Okay, let's have Igor. Igor, can you read that sentence?
After coming to Lanai over the last 3 years, I too embraced its windswept barrenness and isolation, the harsh challenges in traveling deeply rutted and dusty roads to find its beaches, trails and ruins, even the relative lack of things to do after sundown.
Good. Mirza, can you read the next two sentences?
Still, a return trip in June made clear that things are changing. Mr. Edison's presence can be felt almost everywhere. The construction at the resorts, the spiffing up of Lanai City, the one-time plantation town, the talk of long-term plans for desalination plants, agriculture, middle-class housing, and even a college campus and a film festival.
Nice. Desalination. Can you repeat desalination?
Sorry?
Can you repeat the word desalination? Desalination.
Desalination.
Yeah, desalination. And spiffing up.
Is spiffing.
Spiffing up.
Spiffing up.
Good. Okay, and the last sentence, Roxana.
Okay. Everyone is watching as the billionaire visionary seeks to change Lanai to his liking while presumably remaining faithful to the idea of it is the place to find Hawaii as it once was.
Nice. Okay, really good. And so, as the place to find Hawaii as it once was. I think that was a really good pronunciation from all of you guys. So this first sentence, what's this first sentence mean? Can anybody paraphrase?
That means that when Mr. Ellison came, then all sorts of tourists started to come to Lanai.
Okay. Maybe. I think that's what's happening here.
It's like, I think it's the gist, but there is another point that before the times of Mr. Ellison, only a devoted sort of traveler has been drawn to Lanai.
Good. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, this is good. And so, because Hawaii is now full of like beach resorts, condominiums, expensive restaurants, and lots of people. So yeah, what does it mean to be crawling with swimmers, surfers, and snorkelers? Does anybody know what that means?
It means when something is crawling with something, that it means that there is a lot of that something there.
Yeah, so it's full of it. So if it's crawling with these people, it means it's full of these people. Good, really nice. And what about the next sentence? Can anybody explain this one? So I embraced it. What's it saying here?
Embraced it, like experienced, like took it in my arms, like hug.
Yeah.
Like experience to experience something, to be fully experienced in it.
Close. It's like to come to like it. So when you embrace something, it's like you begin to really enjoy it. But yeah, so he's beginning to embrace these things about it. Okay. And so does anybody have any questions about any of these sentences? Any questions?
Yeah.
I have a pronunciation question. Like at the title, the last word in the parenthesis. Excerpt or excerpt?
Excerpt.
Excerpt.
Yeah, excerpt. And I think I'm saying it right. That's the way that I've always said it. So I don't want to.
Why I'm asking? Because in the dictionary I have here, the pronunciation is marked like SKS, like excerpt. But when I listen to the recording there, I clearly see not excerpt but excerpt.
Yeah, that's how I always say that. I'm gonna actually look it up so we just are 100% sure, because I might have been pronouncing it incorrectly. So hold on one sec. Oh.
Also, what is rutted?
What's what?
Deeply rutted and dusty roads.
Okay, deeply rutted. So a rut is like a tire track. So if there are ruts, they're just really deep marks where tires of cars go. So yeah, deep ruts are just deep holes where the tires go. And that's it. And it's excerpts. Excerpts. Yeah. Yeah, excerpts. And so if you want this, actually in the chat box, there's a link to the pronunciation of that word, excerpts. And any other questions here? Any other questions?
Speaking up, it's like making it better.
Yeah, it's making nicer. So when you spiff yourself up, maybe you put on some nice clothes, you maybe brush your hair, you get spiffed up. Yeah, to make it look nicer. Any other questions here? Even about meanings or questions about the meaning of the whole slide or the whole paragraph?
What? Snorkelers.
Snorkelers?
Yeah.
The pronunciation or the meaning?
The meaning.
Okay, a snorkeler is somebody who swims in the ocean and they breathe out of a tube. So they have a tube on their mouth and they breathe out of a tube. Does that make sense?
It's like scuba divers, but without this container of water.
Exactly. Yeah, no tank, for sure. And Claudio, welcome to class. Claudio, how are you doing?
Oh, hi, Joshua. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Nice. Perfect. Good to see you, Claudio. Okay, and so any last questions here before we move on to some questions? Any last questions on this page? Okay.
Sorry.
And
Desalination plant.
so desalination. Good. Desalination is when you take the salt out of water. So in a place where maybe there's a lot of salt water but no fresh water, use a desalination plant to take the salt out of the water. Good. And so let's go on to the next page. And Claudio, can you ask David the first question?
Okay, David, where is Lanai? What is it like?
I think Lana is in Hawaii. It might be a beach or a tourist place. I'm not sure. What is it like? It is like well, actually I don't remember.
Okay, we can go back too. So what's it like? And this is a really good sentence that describes what it's like.
Well, I think the article gives 2 points about that, like what it was before and what it's becoming now.
Yeah, how it's changing.
Yeah, for what it was before, it was like empty, bad roads and burners all over around, emptiness.
Yeah, okay, good. And David, what's it becoming?
Become Lanai become a place crowded of tourists with expensive restaurants, big condominiums, big hotels, and a lot of people.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people, crowded restaurants. I think that's still not quite where it is. I think that's the rest of Hawaii. So Lanai is the Hawaii that once was. So there are a lot of different islands in Hawaii. And so Hawaii is all of these things, and Lanai is a little bit different. But right now it's changing. So there are resorts, and it is becoming a little bit more touristy. So yeah, I think that's good though. And so let's have Claudio. Can you ask Mirza the next question?
Okay, what's happening to Lanai? What do you think the author thinks about this change?
What is happening to Lanai? Oh, actually, I forgot.
Okay.
What happened? I forgot.
Maybe these.
The construction at the resorts.
Yeah, so what do you think in general? What's happening? Like, if all of these things are happening, what's like the general idea of what's changing? How is it changing?
Okay. So then I happen to so construction when he construction everywhere at the resorts, and City plantation town.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Lanai City was once a plantation town, and maybe now it's changing a little bit. It's becoming more spiffed up.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
Okay. Can anybody else? I mean, I guess the point is it's becoming more touristy, so it's changing and becoming a little bit more touristy. Um, okay. And so, Mirza, can you ask Roxana the next question?
Okay. Yeah, Roxana. Do you prefer to travel to visit for undeveloped places? Why?
I think I prefer to travel to undeveloped places because I don't like crowd, and I think at the undeveloped places we can find more beautiful nature, and it's the main thing why I'm traveling. It's nature and
Okay.
beautiful places.
Okay, so the main reason why you travel is nature and beautiful places. Cool. Um, awesome. And what about you, Santiago? Do you prefer resorts or undeveloped places?
Well, I prefer to stay in the resorts because there are more comfortable places. But of course, I like to go to undeveloped places because there are more beautiful uh, places, and you can find there pure nature, I think. But for staying, I prefer to be in a hotel because I don't like to stay in a tent.
Okay, I prefer to stay in hotels because I don't like staying in tents. So if it's a general thing, we'd use the plural. So I don't like staying in tents. Just general tents. But good, I think that's awesome. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, really nice work. That was a tough little article. Um, let's do this, and let's have Claudio. Can you read this first roll?
Okay. Whole play. You were a bus driver. A tourist wants to see the Corcovado statue in Rio de Janeiro, but they pronounce the name incorrectly. Correct them and tell them how to get to the statue.
The
You were
statue.
statue. Okay.
Good. And also roll. Can you repeat roll?
Roll, roll,
Good.
roll.
Nice. David, can you read this next roll?
Yeah, sure. You are a tourist. You are asking about driver how to get to Corcovado. He doesn't understand you. Try to explain where you want to go using other words.
Good. And David, can you start?
Yeah. Hello, sir. Actually, I am asking about how to get to Corcovado in Rio de Janeiro. Do you know how to get there?
And Claudio, are you?
Okay, I am the bus driver. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't understand you. What the place do you want to go? I don't know this place that you have said to me.
Okay, actually, I don't know how to pronounce because I didn't speak Portuguese. I think it's Corcovado, the statue. Could you correct me?
Oh yes, here in Rio de Janeiro we have a famous statue of Christ. I don't know, a statue of Christ called Corcovado. Is a little bit different of what you were saying, but I think that this place that you were
Okay,
going.
I pronounce wrong. It's Corcovado, right? Right. Thank you for the aclaration. Uh, and I am in the downtown of Rio de Janeiro. Do you know how to get to Corcovado from here?
No, yes, the best way to go there, you have to go to a town called Laranjeiras. It's a neighborhood very close to the Corcovado statue. And there you will get a train to go out to the mountain, to go to the top of the mountain where the Corcovado.
Perfect.
I
I
live
think we
in
had
Rio
it.
de Janeiro.
Yeah, we had a good bus driver. That was great. Um, yeah, really, really good. That was awesome. And so, does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, let's go to this one. And actually, so let's talk about stories a little bit. David, can you ask Igor the first question?
Uh-huh. Igor, what is the best thing, most interesting, luckiest, most fun that has ever happened to you on a trip?
Igor, are you there? Okay, let's have Mirsa. Can you answer the question, Mirsa?
Okay. What is the best thing, most interesting, I guess, most fun? We have, when I went to trip for a trip, so I had some fun with my friends and very enjoying snow falling. And when I hit my friend, when I snow hit my friend, so he hit his eyes, and we and he fall down to snow, and we are laughing too much.
Okay. So when it snowed, my friend slipped on ice and fell into the snow, and
Yeah.
we laughed a lot.
We laughed.
Maybe. Can you repeat that sentence one more time?
Okay, when I went on a trip, I had some fun with my friends, and I really enjoyed seeing snow. When it snowed, my friend slipped on ice and fell into the snow, and we laughed a lot.
Nice. Good. That sounds really funny.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mirsa, can you ask Roxana the same question?
Okay. What is the best thing, most interesting, luckiest, most fun that has ever happened to you on a trip, Sana?
I think the most scariest things was during my trip on the yacht, and then it was very bad weather on the sea, and it was storm, and we have some problems with our yacht, and it was very scary, and it was bad time for me.
Okay. It was very scary. Was a bad time for me. That's good. Instead of saying the most scariest, we would just say scariest. So when we have the comparative or the superlative, we don't use more or most for these words that are changed at the end. So if you have like an interesting, you'd say more interesting and most interesting, because it's a long word and it doesn't end in or est.
Okay.
But when we do have those words like scariest, biggest, fastest, we don't use more or most. But good. That sounds like a really scary thing, for sure. Okay, and Roxana, can you choose a question to ask Santiago?
Yeah. What is the best thing that has ever happened to you on a trip, Santiago?
The best thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There are many good things.
Okay, so what's one good thing?
I'm thinking. I don't know. The best thing. Well, I always meet many uh, friendly people my way. Could be
Okay,
one of the best things. Yeah.
nice. So you always meet very friendly people. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
really good answer. Okay, and so unfortunately, we do have to end class. I have a class right after this, so if you guys want to join that, feel free. But really good work in class today. Hopefully, I'll see you guys all again soon, and have a really good day or evening.
Thank you,
Okay.
Joshua.
Thank you,
Okay,
Sean.
Joshua. Thank you
Enjoy.
for the class.
Bye bye.